It's great you could come on my latest assignment, Auntie.
Inspector Bufflehead chose well in making you security officer on Dr. Dusty Duck's expedition to find the lost city of Kimbutaka. He must hold you in very high esteem.
It sure beats the way he usually holds me. By the neck.
Dr. Dusty Duck is an eminent Swiss archaeologist. It's surprising he should receive threatening letters signed the Headless Ghost.
Those letters are most certainly a hoax. I mean, how's a headless ghost supposed to write a letter in the first place, let alone lick a stamp?
What do you think, Mr. Scoter?
I think I got more than I bargained for. If I'd known about the threatening letters before I took my holiday from the bank, I would never have come.
Rest assured, Dr. Dusty Duck is an experienced adventurer, as are his assistants, Victor Shoveler and Hester Spoonbill. We're in good hands.
I just hope you don't dig up any more mysteries, Auntie.
Who knows what we shall dig up? This is an archaeological expedition, after all.
According to this ancient map I unearthed at Chichen Itza, the lost city of Kimbutaka should be less than a day's trek from our current location.
That's if the Headless Ghost doesn't get us first.
Nonsense, Mr. Scoter. As a world authority on ancient duck civilizations, I can assure you there is no such thing as a headless ghost. And even if there was, he'd have to be pretty scary to make me turn back. To Kimbutaka! Lead the way, Victor, and cut us a merry path. Onward, everyone!
I must admit, I do have an ulterior motive for coming on this expedition, Willard.
I knew it! You're out to solve another mystery.
I am, but not the kind you imagine. I'm hoping to spot a blacktail for the Lepidopterist Society.
There are leopards in this jungle?
Lepidopterists collect butterflies, Willard, not leopards. The blacktail is a rare butterfly. Of course, there are leopards in the jungle, too.
I still say we should turn back. The Headless Ghost warned that the only thing we'll find in this expedition are cannibals. I don't know about you, but I don't fancy ending up as duck soup.
I'm afraid the Headless Ghost is in error. There are no cannibals in Central America.
That's right. And even if there were, I don't expect we'd see any. They're always too busy having friends for dinner.
Maybe you can start to enjoy the expedition, well, since we haven't bumped into any cannibals or headless ghosts, Harold.
The only expedition I'm going to enjoy is the one home. I tell you, it's just a matter of time before something terrible happens.
Doctor!
See? That's just what I mean.
Oh!
Landslide!
Run for it!
Willard, are you all right?
I I was very nearly pressed duck there.
You're a hero. If you hadn't pushed us all at that exact moment, someone might have been seriously injured.
Tell me about it.
It's very suspicious the boulder came loose at this exact moment.
But who could have pushed it? We're all here.
It was a trap. See? Dr. Dusty Duck tripped over this. Threatening letters, rolling boulders. This expedition is cursed, I tell you, cursed.
Harold may be right. If someone used this vine to...
This is the jungle. There are supposed to be vines.
We must not jump to conclusions. It may have been the law of gravity that set the rock in motion.
Exactly. These things happen. Onward to Kimbu Taka!
Super.
Dr. Dusty Duck is correct that there are vines in a jungle, but perhaps it is too much of a coincidence that these are of the same variety.
We better keep our eyes open for anything suspicious. Harold! My years on the police force have taught me there's no such thing as coincidence. Don't tell anyone. But even though I didn't believe it at first, I now think someone is trying to stop us from reaching Kimbu Taka. No one is above suspicion, apart from myself. And my auntie. Oh, and you too, of course. But everyone else is a suspect.
I don't want to alarm you, Willard, but I'm beginning to think the Headless Ghost may not be a hoax after all. I was reading my clipping file, and I discovered this story about a secret society sworn to protect the Temple of Kimbu Taka. Maybe the society still exists and is watching us even as we speak. I want you to keep your eyes open.
Don't worry, Auntie. I'm way ahead of you.
Do you think it's safe to cross?
There's only one way to find out. Victor, slip across and see if it's secure.
I'm going first. Anything to get out of this rain.
Oh, thank goodness.
Come along, Hester. There's no time like the present. Hang on!
Oh, dear.
Here we all are, safe and sound.
Everyone but Harold?
Trying to keep dry is where I am. We could all have fallen to the bottom of that gorge. Oh, to be back at the safety of my job at the bank.
Look at this mess. Harold, would you be so kind as to pass me that zloty?
That whaty?
Zloty. It's a coin from Poland. I've also got a British penny, a Dutch florin, even an Indian rupee. Souvenirs from my international travels.
The way things are going, this trip could be your last. I say we turn back before it's too late.
We can't go back. The bridge is gone.
These things happen.
You said that last time.
And I'll say it again. Onward to Kimbu Taka! Never mind.
This rope has been cut. Someone or something is determined to stop us from ever finding the lost city.
Auntie, I know who the so-called Headless Ghost is.
Do you?
Yes, Victor Shoveler. You said the rope bridge was deliberately cut. Well, Victor clearly has a knife. And as to motive, what better way to get out from under Dr. Dusty Duck's shadow than to sabotage his expedition and take credit for finding Kimbu Taka himself?
A very plausible theory, Willard, but difficult to prove without a witness or incriminating evidence. Harold Scoter was with him, but he was hiding under some leaves.
If it's not Victor, then who is it?
This is as far as we can go on foot. What we need now is a dugout canoe.
Dugout canoes for rent, reasonable rates. Ask about our daily specials. What a stroke of luck.
Luck and timing go hand in hand on every expedition.
Hello, sir. Good to see you again.
We've never met. You must have seen my picture in the newspaper. How much for your finest canoe?
It depends which way you are going.
Downriver, to discover the lost city of Kimbutaka.
In that case, I give you special one-way deal.
Why's that?
Downriver is very dangerous. You may never come back.
Thank you, Willard. I do so enjoy a boat ride.
Even when you know it's a boat ride to disaster? Ah! Whoa!
Where's your spirit of adventure? Onward to...
We know Kimbutaka!
I've been thinking. If Victor isn't to blame for the accidents, then it has to be Hester Spoonbill. I'm going to keep a close eye on her.
You do that. Arm?
Rapids ahead. Hang on to your tail feathers. We made it. Now all we have to worry about is the waterfall.
Waterfall?
Don't panic. There's plenty of time to reach the shore, just as long as...
Ah! We've sprung a leak!
Someone plug that hole.
Willard, use this. Although there goes the sweater I promised to knit.